Good morning, happy Thanksgiving everyone, and welcome back to the Los Pollos Hermanos Seattle Warner's Family Channel. This morning we're continuing a little bit for our Thanksgiving trip. We're going up to my brother's house, and along with what we made last night, putting together third generation the turkey stuffing dressing. Now I'm not doing the turkey. I'm making the stuffing dressing, if you want to call it that, and it's right here. It goes back. It's not my grandfather's, it's my father's grandmother's recipe, and it's Grammy Miller's dressing. And I'm going to read this off a little bit kind of quick. It's pretty simple. Miss Cubison's traditional seasoned stuffing mix. I'm making it for a large group. We're using 24 ounces, 2 boxes of 12 ounce. Along with that, we're going to have 3 sticks of butter melted, 2 cups of chopped celery, 1.5 cup chopped onion, 2 cups of chicken broth, 1/2 pound pork sausage, and let's see what we're using here. I'm using mild Italian, and a couple of chopped walnuts. So here we go. Starting out here with the biggest fry pan I got, my Wacko-matic. Over here, my mild Italian sausage. I got double stainless steel bowls. I got my 2 boxes of Miss Cubison's traditional stuffing seasoned. Got my green baking pans because it's going to go into the oven. Chicken stock in a box. Boy, that is yuppie, Jack. Bag of walnuts. And then we're going to jack things up here in just a moment. Now, Grammy Miller says salted butter, 3 sticks. Now listen, if you're coronary sensitive and you got a shunt or some kind of pig valve in there that's going to flip it out, you know, maybe you don't want to have this recipe, but if you're healthy, good strong heart, a decent digestive tract, eat lots of vegetables and fruit, I'd say it's okay to go ahead and deal with this because you got enough of them things going on. Okay. So you've seen enough of me here at Pollos Hermanos. We're just going to take a little bit of time and let this do its thing. Now look at that, man. That's heart healthy. Beautiful, man. Heart healthy. If you can do it around and if you can guess which one is which, I'll send you 10 grand. Which is underneath? See, there it is. Catch it. Okay. I'm still thinking this is good, but now you think about this. I'm back you out. Oh, gee. Now, if you thinking that a lot of butter, here's the deal. You got 20 people eating off this thing. It ain't so bad. Still, it's going to go. Well, while you're waiting for the train, I'm going to show you what we do with my celery. Everybody knows how to cut up celery, but I'll show you my way. I cut the funked out tips off, and then I'm going to rinse it. Okay, rock solid. Split down the middle. Let's see if I can do this. We're a bit challenged with the amount of people going on. We don't have our kitchen remodel yet. It's going to be a little bit of time on that. And my daughter is in here. I can hear her wits dealing with that butter. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's about what I do. You can see little freaking pieces. I'll do this all and we'll get back to the pan. Alright, Slick, there's my 2 cups of celery, Mr. Lee. Going over and seeing what's happening over at the stove. Roll the, don't knock over the tripod. And zoom you out. Yeah, that is definitely, my heart is really happy looking at that. And Melanie, you want to do any throwing in your 1.5 cups of chopped onion? Yum.
You better give me a 1.5 cups.
You have the bags, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't know if
You can just eyeball it.
no.
Eyeball.
It's kind of the same like the celery right there.
Mostly it's eyeball. I'm just going to let the camera run for a minute.
Did you tell Mark that you need stuffing, some stuffing too?
Yeah, he knows it.
Well, I guess we didn't need the new bag.
Coming, now he knows Toby is not.
We don't need a new bag? Oh, wow.
That's looking nice, Jack. It's looking nice to me, Jack.
I'm gonna have to start over it.
Still recording. Beautiful. Okay, we got that. Happy celery for the pan. Now listen, there's a lot of ways to make turkey dressing. People be putting in them giblets and heart valve, livers and neck bone. Now, hold on. This offsets that butter. Now listen, we don't put none of that giblet stuff in here at Pollos Hermanos. Ours is whatever the hell it is. I'm driving the camera. I'm doing some kitchen stuff. Put you back on the scene. There you go. Yeah, no giblets here at Pollos Hermanos. That stuff goes to the dogs we feed out back, and then we serve you the dog. Okay, so you're going to get your giblets one way or the other, but we surely ain't going to have it floating around in our mouth. Chopped celery, chopped onion. Says that I'm going to throw in the sausage here. Grammy Miller.
Can I turn this off?
Hey. You can turn that up, Jack. Right now. Floop. So now we've cranked that up to about more like medium high. Now all of our recipes are interpretive. You know what I'm saying? Meaning you want more sausage, you want more onions, you want to make it Cajun, put your Cajun seasoning in. We're only going back to the generations. One reason is my father, who you'll see on our related Thanksgiving evening video that I'll post next week. This was one of his favorites, along with the cranberry sauce Teen M made for you last night, or whenever you're watching it, basically. I like taking my sausage and not just throwing it down and bust it up a little bit because this stuff's gonna cook itself into oblivion. The great part about this dressing, in my opinion, is that it is multi-textured. You're gonna have your walnuts in there. Got these vegetables. The onion is gonna disappear. But on Thanksgiving morning, although right now it's almost noon, the house fills of the smell of onions and sausage and the fruit. And let's see if someone can put the camera on hold. Thank you. Looks to be too long. Now I'm seeing that all of those vegetables starting to let their moisture out of them, so we're not really going to burn any butter. And I think that sausage is going to probably break down a little bit all on its own. Fun part is when we assemble this in our big stainless steel bowls. And then we're going to drop it in an hour. We're going to put it in the oven, bake it off for an hour. Flute. Throw it in the back seat of the car. Take a trip across town.
These 3 sticks is for you with peanut butter.
Very good. And all we're going to really need to do with this sausage is once it's not pink anymore, then it's done, and the bake off in the oven is going to finish the... I learned about a cook from Gus and Walter here at Pollos Hermanos. Mike Armentrout, Jesse Pinkman. Know what I'm saying? Hey. It really smells good. Once a year you get the aromas of this. There's not going to be a smoked turkey in this house this year. Leaving that to making a turkey to the other end of the Warner family. A yum. You know what? I don't think there's any reason why not to put a whole pound in. Right?
What does it say in the thing?
Half pound. Who cares? Right? It doesn't hurt anybody. Except for either the heart or the butt. Cholesterol level. But then, tomorrow, we're going to have our NutriBullet juice. Fly everything out. Alright, we'll do it. We'll put the last in. Make everybody happy.
Do you work tomorrow?
I work tomorrow.
Me too.
I'm going to be working at the department tomorrow, working on.
Oh, it messes up my medicine.
Well, then put your medicine somewhere, honey. Put it up in the cupboard. Put it on the table. And put it on the counter. What? Oh, she barfing on the smell.
Because she thinks her medicine tray touched the meat.
Okay, she's going to be different though. It's hard to get used to it. I trip on it a lot. It is what it is. Yeah, the camera's on in here and they talk under my breath about this.
That's right, all the time. Back in the bathroom.
Yep. You're the most interesting. I don't talk about myself because I'm pumped.
You're a bitch. That's what you are.
Well, that was a very good funny. Basically, you're going to cook this down 15 minutes so the sausage ain't pink and it turns some yuppie name, yeah? So it just gets the pink out of it. Alright, there's our 15 minutes of fame, and that's finished, and Mrs. M is over here playing with M&M.
It's not funny? But you're so funny.
I busted y'all's. Yo, Mocad, here at Los Pollos Hermanos, everybody gets into the act. Mrs. M is gonna chop our walnuts, and we'll see the quantity. That's a nice little pile, and a nice knife too. Oh, sorry on that. So you got a cup and a half at least? Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Perfect. Nice walnuts. Now coming over here, it's time to assemble, Jack. Adjusted focus on that. Here's what we got. Marie Callender Cubinson herb stuffing mix.
Where's the stocks?
The who?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, we sold our stocks, I think. Now, Marty, so you've seen us before. Do you think everything in there? Take a look. You got to see it. See, I got at least a third of a bowl.
It's gonna be 2 bowls or something.
I don't know how we're gonna do that. To pour off my shorts or something. Well, let's see what we can get in here. I got another bowl. Well, I think that'll work. Yeah. All right. Little light on the subject. There you go for the camera. That's out of sync, and that is banging. We already had one of our Mexican colas this morning. Okay. That click was the stove going off. Okay, Slickster. I can't. Ouch, that's hotter than ding dong, so my arm's gonna be in the way. Anybody knows you just pour your crud in. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Okay, that's also got the walnuts in there. You know, can always throw more walnuts in. And shortly from now, we're going to put in our chicken stock, yeah? Starting at the bottom, bringing up them dried ingredients, whatever. Y'all got your own way to cook. This is my way. Incorporated. Can you even drive? Now see, it's already begun to soften a little bit. Mrs. M is working up our chicken stock. Almost.
Give you the big one.
You had the big one?
The big cup.
Well, that's all I could reach. Is that okay? I tried my best. I ain't spilled it yet, so I guess I'm doing all right. There, I spilled the little cube on there. All right, amigo. Nice pre-made chicken stock. You all go ahead and make your own chicken stock. I wouldn't be putting in no seafood stock. There's one. Start moving it again. I can barely keep it on the cutting board. Could float a boat with this. I'm just using the folding method. I ain't trying to be yuppie, ain't trying to teach you how to do anything. We're only showing you about what the generations of the Warners here in Seattle do. A yum. See, so that's helped out quite a bit. I'm thinking I want to put another bit of chicken stock. The reason is because we're not putting this in a turkey, none of this. It's just going to bake off.
I'll use whatever is left.
All right, 1 box. So that box is 2.5, 3 cups. That's going to be fine. and better to be a little bit moist than dry. That's what I don't want. Not going to be baked in a turkey. It's going to be baked in an oven with tin foil on the top. Now I'll try Mrs. M's idea with the spoon. Well, that's difficult. You can fast forward through this if it's boring to you. Going back to the fork method. Cup 3. I'm going to be nice and moist. Baked off in the oven. There you go, Slick. Let's get it in a pan. Okay, Mr. Lee, this is our green pan, ceramic coated thing we bought in Hungary this past summertime. Got a little butter in the bottom, so it's not going to stick. Probably overkill, gives it a little bit more flavor. If you could, Mrs. M, wipe that counter before I put this pan down. It's got some chicken stock on there.
And giblets.
Nothing to do with nobody's giblet. I'm going to put that in the pan. We're going to do it together. You figure it on your own so I don't spill it. We got to do it co-style. Well, I was going to do this co-ed, but I'm going to do it single-handedly. Now that's a nice combo of, I think, all the right ingredients. This had I couldn't even tell you how many generations it goes back before my father's grandmother. That's the cool part about this. It could have been her mother, her grandmother. And we're not going to pack this in, we're just going to float it. And it's going to fill this whole bad boy up. Filling it in like a lasagna or some crap like that. Ayo. Well, I'll tell you, I'm bringing this. What's not eaten, it's coming home with me. I can just eat a plate of this for dinner. Just like that. I don't need no turkey.
Green salad.
That's right. Apples, green salad. Because you got some vegetables in here, you got a whole bunch of stuff. It's got some pork. Pretty lean animal protein. Not our best lean animal protein. Look at that. That boy's empty. Smooth it down, not packing this punko. And any of your family members, Toby, you especially, who got hose job on your airplane flight home for Thanksgiving from LA, your friend who didn't show up and get you to the airport on time, losing your ticket, no standby, very, very sad. But we'll have this in the freezer for when we get home on Christmas. Now you see, I didn't pack none of that in it because it's going to swell up like a stuffed pig. Oh, yum. There you go, babe. You know what I'm saying? Los pollos, hermanos, chicken brothers. Right here on your standard Pacific Northwest pre-Thanksgiving Eve, Thanksgiving cookout. We learn to cook. We like to share our cook. We like to put together a wonderful stuffing. Here, pollos hermanos. Don't forget, tell your friends and family, pass along Seattle Warners. We're crazy, like to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. Keep coming back. And here's how I says it. There's a subscribe. If you're new to this video, hit subscribe. You can watch all our videos. If you care to like them, that's fine. Send us comments. Do whatever you like to do. Gonna be getting dressed, get cleaned up, head over to the family's house, have dinner. We'll pick up another video from that. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. So we're back just for a minute. Put a tin foil on the top of the pan. It's been in the oven about 30 minutes now. It's going to be another 30 minutes on 300 degrees for 1 hour. 300 degrees, 1 hour in the oven. And you're probably watching this after Thanksgiving, so put this in your recipe book. If you're cooking a chicken, you can make a smaller version of this. It goes pretty much with anything. It's a good thing. It's good food. Okay, that's all for that. See you when it comes at the table tomorrow or tonight on Thanksgiving.
My brother does a real nice golden turkey. There's that dressing he put in. We took ours in a pan. And that's the remodeled kitchen. There's that cranberry sauce. Watch our video. My oldest brother, there in the far end. Mrs. M working that jam real nice. Oh, she's so happy when we all get together. Formal layout at the Warners, very classic. And there's my father. That's Mr. B, 94 years old. He's the patriarch. Sitting down at the table now. We've got our mashed potatoes, gravy, Brussels sprouts. I don't eat Brussels sprouts. Turkey's there, white meat, dark meat, all the fixings, gravy. That's Dad's Kochi. There's T&M. She's looking beautiful these days. Look at how. Oh, now that's my plate. Massive dressing. A little closer. I love my roll. I love my gravy now. And we had a nice there pumpkin pie. I don't know what's that thing with the.
Hey Chico, well, seems like that we made it through Thanksgiving last night without an issue. We finished cooking that dressing. It was time to leave. Zipped it out of the stove and oven. Tinfoil. It had tinfoil over the top. Cooking it at that 350 for 1 hour. Stayed at the dinner in a heating casserole dish. It was excellent. Now listen. You ought to try this. It may not be Thanksgiving, but you can make a small version of what we just showed you, and you can make yourself a chicken and have along with the chicken, you know, so you don't stuff it in a turkey. We didn't either. There was some stuffing in the turkey out of my brother's house, but I'm telling you, that dish we just showed you was a hit all the way around. I come back home with about this much left out of that big 24 ounces of stuff. So listen, I'm thinking that it's a good recipe. Save it and put it in your file for next Thanksgiving. Make it along the way. Maybe you have turkey at Christmas time. I don't know. But it's a good dish one way or the other. Have it with anything. Appreciate you watching Los Pollos Hermanos Cooking Kitchen, a.k.a. Seattle Warner's Family Channel. Later, brothers.
Baby, make me love you.
Just make me love you, girl. It's like,
Baby, make me love you.